about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up here, come over here to the round table. We about to what? We about to break down. So we about to break bread right now. Off top, I know you need to hear this. Don't give up. I repeat, don't give up. Don't give up. I know you want to. I know you want to. Because right now it seems like if I just give up all this shit I'm dealing with, I won't have to deal with it no more. I know you want to give up because it felt like, this shit ain't gonna never change. I know you want to give up because it seems like I'm the reason for this pain. But I'm gonna tell you like this, don't give up. Because the reason why we go through the growing pains is because we grown. You feel me? Even when you ain't knowing, you grown. Thing is, people always ask me, when did I notice that I was awakened? Or when did I wake up? Seems like every time I get asked that question, I go further and further back. Because it's all been that process. It's all been a process of awakening, you feel me? So when you think about that, don't give up, family. Because at the end of the day, it's always the darkest. Just before what? The break of dawn. So when things seem like this it, when things seem like it's over from here, brace yourself. Hold on. Get ready. Because everything you've been working for, everything you've been working on, everything you've been preparing for, this is the moment. This is the moment when you're going to need to hunker down, or when you're going to need to hold on, strap in, let's go for a ride. Put it all into motion. You know, when it comes to recovery time again, family, recovery time. When it comes to this recovery time that we speak of so often, at some point, those people that's not even on your level, or those people that aren't at the place you are at the moment, shouldn't even be able to tell that you're affected by the things that they're trying to affect you with. You feel me? At some point, these things should no longer matter to you in the imbalanced ways that they do. There's nothing wrong with having passion or compassion for things. But when that thing is taken too far to where you care more about the things outside of yourself than yourself, or when you care too much about what you're passionate about, that you cannot figure out how to balance that and carry out what you seek to see through or make true. And then it becomes a point of dis-ease, where the things that you seek to make happen, even you work against. And when one works against itself, or for the betterment of works against the betterment of oneself, it's considered a dis-ease. So I would like to tell a lot of my people that's uneasy, man, take every day, and make a way to make yourself feel a little bit more at ease. Because the more you wake up to some of these things, you might not want to be in certain environments that might require you to not dial in so much, but always be looking out for the best interests of other people and not yourself, which causes a sense of unfulfillment. And as long as you're feeling unfulfilled, it don't matter how many cars you get, how many houses you buy, you will always feel unfulfilled. So, that being said, family, you know I love you as myself. God, I tell you the things that's gonna benefit you more than anybody else. And it ain't nothing you can do about it, as we are one. That's what I was sent for, to get this job done. But y'all my people, and I love my people. I gotta admit, recently, I felt sick, because I got off my recovery kick for just a moment. And honestly speaking, when you let your energies get down so low, there's always energies down there waiting to latch on. So I'm reminded of somebody saying, oh, not Mr. Healthy got sick. But what I want to remind y'all is, it's not that you don't get sick because you're healthy, but it's that the things that come up on you cannot overtake you because you are so healthy. So by the time you see me coughing or sniffing, the body already fighting that thing out. You feel me? Evicting that motherfucking shit. You feel me? So that being said, let's not get it twisted in what recovery look like. So, maybe we should be a little bit more patient with some of these people that are, kicking out these bad attitudes. Family, I'm sending positive energy to those who may have had a rough night, a rough day. I send positive energy your way, as I understand how it must feel to feel like you don't have no time for yourself, to feel like I'm always doing everything for everybody else. But if you can't see fit to find a way to make that thing work in your favor as well, I'm gonna politely ask you to move out the way, because you're doing more harm than good. When you go into a situation with a negative spirit, you put that same spirit into everything that you do. So with that being said, family, make sure before you do anything, you get right with you. You get your spirit to a level that you feel like, this is what I want to reproduce. But if your spirit ain't right, and you steady more putting hands to the plow, don't be surprised when what you sow comes back and affects your psyche. See, sometimes it starts in your psyche and it show up in your physical. Then sometimes it starts in your physical and make its way to your psyche. So let's never get it twisted. There's no one way. Just know if you keep working it and don't give up, one day it'll all make sense. One day at a time, it'll all make sense. Get it, get it. See you, buddy. The kitty felt the need to jump up in the tree as I ride by. As I'm walking by. But be that as it may, it's pretty dang on cool. Let's see if buddy gonna get down. I got dreams, dreams, dreams to remember. I got dreams, dreams, dreams to remember. Yeah, I got dreams, man. I got dreams to remember, because I got dreams to fulfill. Feel me? For all of those who feel like there's things that you cannot fulfill, I want to let you know the obstacles that you feel like are bigger than you or insurmountable, no, that shit ain't real, man. And the only thing stopping you is you. At one point in time, People did used to try to physically stop us as a people. But now, it's not even that, bro. Even if a motherfucker tried to do that shit in today's time, that'll stick out like a sore thumb. Now, in the gap that's been in between, we've been programmed to not do for self. So therefore, we've become a cancer to our own self. Even the ways in which we respond have been programmed into us. It's not normal for a person to be violated and think to get a piece of paper, a stick, and go out and ask the same person who violated them to correct it. It's not normal, man. But these things was placed in us as a controlled adversary. You feel me? As an acceptable outcome. I tell you what, I'm not worried too much no more if I'm acceptable. I just know where I'm going, the outcome gonna be different. So I need for my people to be like that hustler. Out here grinding, ain't worrying about nothing else. Cause that's what we got going on. I don't knock nobody for taking the time to get the therapy they need, as far as, you know, how they say self-medicating. Yeah, I will tell you this. If you study long, you study wrong. You stick to anything for too long, it will come to be at your detriment. Because whether you eating plants, you know, being a good vegetarian, you feel me? There's still plants that will make you feel sick if you don't have a variety in your diet. So, that being said, it's the balance thereof that makes us have life more abundant. Think about it. You want to eat one thing, that's not a variety. That's not abundance. It's almost a state of lack. So it gets to a point that when you live in a state of lack, you learn to cope with that. And the easiest way for you to cope with that is to say, you know, they don't want us to have this. But even if they don't, the mere fact that you concede and say that they don't want us to have this, you put that curse on yourself. Nobody can stop you. Think about that one thing that you wanted to do. And at one point in time when you was a kid, your parents was the authority, the most powerful figure that you knew in your life. But even with that, there was things that you wanted to do. And once you wanted to do something bad enough, you figured out a way. And that's the thing, family. Don't let go. And figure out how to want to do something bad enough that no matter what comes up, you figure out how to not give up, but to see it through and to take that one goal to 2, then 3, then rinse and repeat. Cause it's day for day, step for step. They got us looking at them like they just popped up overnight. So for a lot of us, we can't see our plight. Remember when I was younger, we used to pray for a plug, cause we didn't know how to get to the drug. And the drug was bringing us money. It's the so-called come on. But the closer and the closer you get to a situation, you start to be freed from the mystery of how these things work. And you see exactly how it's worked throughout history. And you can figure out how to make it work for you and your mission. And listen, I'm just trying to tell you something different. But they've been telling us we ain't got a chance for centuries. And a lot of us have believed it. It's like, shoot, if somebody tell you something over 1,000 times or ask you something over 1,000 times, eventually you will give in or believe it. So how long have you heard, whether consciously or subconsciously, that we have nothing to offer to society, nor do we have any opportunities? Ain't that crazy? If you have no opportunity, then who cares what you have offered to society? You see what I'm saying? But the mere fact is, it's double speech, which leaves one confused, scared to look, scared to move. But if you stay in tune with you realize, man, it ain't nothing. I repeat, it ain't nothing that you can't do, including overcoming yourself. Because sometimes that's the hardest thing. When these things have been implanted in your mind, you have been told so many times that you ain't gonna make it. Don't nobody come from your neighborhood and do nothing. But if you do the history on the people that you think is famous, you'll kind of find out real quick. Majority of them people come from areas that they ain't got nobody before them. They don't have no examples. How you doing? That's good. I don't have no examples of the potential that's within them. Why? Because nobody can be the example of the potential that is you. Nobody. And quite frankly, the world waiting on you to step out and be you, so we can have that template. Appreciate it, bro. So we can have that template, or that door be open, so everybody else can come through and do what they supposed to. So, that being said, family, I see you. I see you out here doing your thing. And it's gonna be another lovely day. You know why? Because the difference between a good day and a bad day is your attitude. Lovely day. Kinfo. Let me see. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table. We about to break it all down. So we about to what? We done broke bread right now.